Hey everyone, it's Nyaanneko. First of all, thank you for 6,000 subs. What? I can't thank you enough, honestly. It's been a journey, and I have so much. I'm at a loss for words, clearly. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe, to listen, to join Discord, and all of that. I really do appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. So along with the AMA answers, this is also an announcement, for a sabbatical of sorts, or a hiatus. Some of you know, but a lot of you don't, because I'm not too open about things. But recently, a close family member got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So, we're dealing with that right now. We're doing a lot of visits, and they live in my hometown, which is in a different country than where I'm at right now. So between traveling and working full time and all of that stuff, on top of the family things going on, creatively, I don't feel like I have energy to give to recording, and when I do record, I want to give it my all, and I can't at the moment, so I hope that is understandable. And yeah, thank you for listening to me for all of these years. A big shout out to all the authors, all the writers who have written so many scripts that I've voiced, and some have hit really close to home, and I can't thank you enough for that. Keep writing, keep being creative, and yeah, on with the questions, and we'll touch more on more creative stuff later. From Mango, how have you been? Smiley face. Hi, Mango. I'm doing alright. I'm hanging in there, all things considered. Yeah. Not sure what else to say. But, yeah, my emotions are going through a roller coaster for reasons, and I guess for some people, being creative is a way to process emotions. For example, breakup songs. There are so many breakup songs. But for me, and being creative, I have to be in the right mindset. As far as, like, for me to be creative is a sign that I'm okay emotionally, and yeah. How is Bao the cat? She's about to turn 10, we think, but she's good. She's getting a little more cuddly with age, and she likes being warm. So, if there's a lap available, she will find it. Peter1355, will you ever do the game and talk streams like before? Unfortunately, no, and this was, I'm assuming you're referencing the Patreon perks. So I've gone in and edited Patreon tiers to basically be just a tip jar. Discord, perks, and channels will remain, and I'm not shutting down the Discord server at all, but the extra streams, the early access, those will no longer be happening. If I do decide to stream, it will be very, very spontaneous, and I will make an announcement if that happens. Yeah, if you dig around Discord, you can find my previous YouTube channel and Twitch channel where I used to stream and draw. So if you're looking for that, join the Discord. The Moon Owner. What inspired you to start creating content, and what's been your biggest motivation to continue making great audios? Thank you for the compliment. When I started creating content, I was a writer first off, in the Not Safe for Work community on Reddit. And I just kind of took the jump to start recording Safe for Work stuff that eventually made its way to YouTube. But what inspired me to start writing and recording in the first place, back in 2019, I was unemployed for a good portion of that year, and I needed something to occupy my time. And that's how that got started. I bought a Blue Yeti, which is what I'm recording on now, and went from there. Yeah, the recording setups have changed a bit. I used to record directly into Audacity on my computer, but then I had to move my computer to closer to the fridge, and so now I am in the bedroom, and the mic is plugged into my phone, so unfortunately this is not stereo, this is mono. Because it records an MP4 and then I have to plop that into a converter and then put that into Audacity. So for those wondering how I do recording, that's how we're doing it now. It comes from the deep. What made you decide to start making audios and scripts? As I said previously, I was unemployed. I needed something to occupy my time. Also, I think the short form creative format of it, like essentially you're writing a short story or audios of the same length. So I think that was really appealing to me as far as not being tied down to like a super long project or making constraints for yourself to write something really long, because creatively my attention span is not great. I lost my place. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. What's something you really like about yourself, physical or mental? Can I say my voice for physical? I think after hours of listening to myself, I've finally gotten to, like, be okay with my voice. Does that make sense? Mental, I'd like to say my sense of humor. Maybe? Yeah. There's not a lot of mental things or emotional things I'm liking a lot recently, but good conversation helps. Is there any audio or script you've done that you're particularly fond of? If so, why? Thanks for making such great content. Such awesome content. I can't read. Thank you for listening. The turning point, I'd say, in my audios, as far as the time spent editing and actually caring about the final results, would have to be Time Capsule by Indras. Hi, Indras. But Time Capsule was the one where I was like, oh, this could really be something. And it turned into a three-parter, so yeah, that was one I think I spent at least 2 or 3 months editing, and then part 2 was like a full year after the first one or something. Between part 2 and 3 was definitely a year, but between parts 1 and 2 was a significant amount of time. Crystal Dragon asks, what is your favorite kind of audio to make? Probably scripted. I know that's not your question, but scripted because you don't have to think, you just read, versus improv. I think most of my improvs are like take 3 or 4 of just hashing out a story in real time and then remembering what he had just recorded to say it again so the story continues properly. But if you're talking about genre, slice of life or really fluffy, feel-good type first meeting or confession audios, I guess, would be my go-to. Also with writing, too. Those are, like, fun, beloved genres that I write. Which character do you feel most in tune with so far? Oh, gosh. I would have to say the improvs that I've done are probably the most in tune with the type of person I am. So the Catgirl series, the Catgirl Roommate, one that started off as scripted and then the following parts were improved. And probably most recently would be the Bunny Bun Cafe waitress one. You can tell with the second part I was tired when I recorded. So that is me, basically. I lost my place again. Also, words are failing me. It is the evening and I am caffeinated for no reason. Heath McGee asks, what's some of your favorite audios to have done? Time Capsule for sure. Any authors that I've created a playlist for, those ones are favorites, because if I've, not that this is like a benchmark, but if I have recorded more than one script from an author, then that's a good sign. Or that's a sign that I connected with their writing style and their script and overall feel of mood, I guess. Have I mentioned I'm over-caffeinated? I lost my place again. Sorry, backtracking to... Is there any script you've done that you're particularly proud of? Yes, but it is not safe for work. What made it a challenge for myself, for no reason, it was a... Now I'm trying to remember the title of it. It Should Be Safe Now is the title. And the premise is sci-fi battle zone setting. and you have a doctor and a captain. And the script can either be read by itself, like a typical audio roleplay, so you can either listen to just the captain's or the doctor's lines as a standalone, but you could also record it as a collab, and also it can be any gender for either part, so that in itself was something I'm proud of. It took a while to write, and it was very tricky not to make the lines redundant and make it sound like actual conversation, but also make sense standalone for either side. Anyways, yeah. It's like a zipper script, but it still has to make sense for one side. Okay, next question from Financial School 9223, but my friend, call me Gabby. Well, first I want to thank you for making this type of content. You have no idea how important it is to me. And you're awesome. No, you are awesome. Thank you for listening. My question is about the creative process. Like, how do you think about the audio you will make? Do you have any kind of ritual or routine to make your audios, or do you just record? Thank you. Thank you for your question. Creative process, if I see a script I like, I save it, and I just, whenever I'm in the mood to record, I will scroll through and pick one or two and record, usually one or two at a time. If I try to record 3, my voice just goes. You can hear how tired my voice gets. And I say mood specifically because I connect with characters a lot emotionally, and so if I have picked a really emotional sad script, I have to be mentally prepared to go there while I'm reading it. So yeah, there's that. If I am improvising, like I mentioned before, it usually takes multiple takes to get the final recording, because usually I'll write a script for myself up to a certain point, and then I'll just be like, we'll see where it goes, I'm gonna improv it from there. But it doesn't always work out. Other times I improv straight at the beginning. Example, the telling your werewolf wife who's pregnant, or no, it was telling your wife who's pregnant that you're a werewolf. That audio was entirely improv'd, and it took 3 tries for that one. And you can kind of tell with the story that it's just I was adding way too many things to that, but somehow it worked. Yeah, I hope that answers the question. What kind of ritual or routine? I don't have any, other than making sure the recording setup is okay. But yeah, usually it's hit record, clear my throat, delete the first part, and then go again. Try to make it not as awkward as it feels, basically. Next question from Anonymous. Would you do not safe for work? I write not safe for work. I started out in that. But I would not be comfortable voicing not safe for work. It has crossed my mind multiple times, but ultimately the answer is no. I think the most would be suggestive innuendos, perhaps, but yeah. I'm trying to think back to all the audios I've recorded. All the ones on YouTube are within YouTube guidelines, and so that is my comfort range for recording. Next question, also from Anonymous. Which one of your audios would you want to hear as a flipped male for all or a male for female audio? I actually had to look through all the audios that I've posted to answer this. I had to pick out the ones where it was an improv or one that I wrote, because a lot of the scripts I've read are either specifically for F for M, or if they are A for A, I feel like it would be kind of obvious. A for A being any voice for any person, or all for all. So it would just be a matter of looking back at those scripts and finding the original post to see if it was A for A. Short answer would be the improv that I did. The Can I Be Your Lucky Tiger? Because it's in a D&D kind of esque realm. I feel like that character could be flipped quite easily and be quite flirtatious and sassy at the same time. Next question. Any plans for a time capsule-esque multi-part, maybe sci-fi series? I really enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did too. And I've told Indras, hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink, if there is a time capsule 4, I will record it. That is my only promise at this moment. Yeah, no pressure, Indras, and I know we've talked about it. Do you play video games? I kind of do. I play mobile games. It's just the really mindless stuff. Like Nonograms, which is similar to Sudoku, or Merge Dragons. Endless Minesweeper, I don't know. And the last question, the trees and the clouds. What are your favorite foods and what are your favorite beverages? Favorite comfort foods are soup. Anything soup related is a comfort food. If I'm sick, then it would be congee. Yeah. Favorite beverage would be bubble tea. Just either milk tea or like this isn't bubble tea, this is like a Hong Kong diner yin yang, which is half coffee, half tea with lots of cream and sugar. So much caffeine, but so good. My go-to bubble teas are passion fruit with mango stars, if I'm going the fruity route, or just your typical milk tea with pearls. And that concludes the questions. Yay! Thank you again for all your listens, all your time, and all your interest, all the questions. Thank you so much for listening over the years, and I can say that with astonishment because it has been a number of years, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been a huge part of my life. And so once things are more emotionally stable for myself, we'll get back into it. Yeah. In the meantime, thank you. A wholehearted thank you from me to you. If you've made it this far, thank you. Keep well and take care of yourselves. I'll still be around and lurking. If you want updates from me, join Discord. And yeah, I'll be around. Take care.